Okay, we're going to draw the support bracket here, and I'll drag this over to the side so you don't have to look at it all the way through this. This part, I'm going to start by putting the sketch on this top plane right here, and I'll look at it from the top. I'm going to push play or P and turn that off. Now, I'm going to use the center point rectangle tool here, and I'm going to click on the origin, and I'm going to pull this out. And this part is 9 inches long and 5 inches wide. Green check mark, isometric, and I'm going to extrude this. What I want to extrude is that, and the depth is 0.5 according to our drawing. Now I'm going to put a sketch on this top surface. So I'll look at this from the top. And here again, I'm going to use my rectangle tool, but this time I'm going to use a regular corner rectangle. I'm going to pull this one over and down, and I'm going to start my dimensioning process here. And this is going to be 0.5. And the distance from here to here is 2 inches. Same deal on the other side. Rectangle tool here to here. Dimension, this is going to be 0.5. The distance from here to here, this is 2 inches. And I'm going to green check mark this and take a look at this isometrically so that I can see what's extruding. Now I'm going to extrude this rectangle and this one, and the distance is going to be 3.5 inches up, and I'll green check mark that. Now this has these two stands have chamfers on them, so I'm going to use the chamfer tool. The entities to chamfer are that corner, that corner, that corner, that corner, and it also has chamfers down here on this corner and this one. And if I spin this around, I can get this corner and this corner, and their distance is 1 inch. And that is per the note on the drawing. I can look at this isometrically again. Now, I think it's the last thing. No, it's the second to last thing. I've got to put a sketch on this surface. I'm going to look at this from the right, and this is going to be a circle. So I'm just going to draw this circle here, and I'm going to dimension it from the center to that edge. That comes in 2.5 inches according to the drawing. And then from the center to the top here, and that is 2 inches. And I'm also going to do the diameter of it, which is 1.5. So isometrically view this, green check mark. This is an extrude. I'm going to do remove. The face I'm going to extrude is going to be that hole. And this is going to go through all because I want it on both of those. Last thing that I got to do is put in slots on this surface and this surface over here. I'm going to start my sketch tool. I'm going to go to the plane and touch that upper top. And then I'm going to go to construction, and I'm going to click a line, and I'm just going to draw a construction line on here. And then I'll do the same thing with the construction tool on the opposite side. Okay. Now, the center to center distance on the line is 2 inches in length. So I can do my dimensioning tool. I come out here and I'm just going to type in 2. And for some reason that went angular on me. So I'm going to just hit the vertical constraint. And I am going to actually, so I don't have to do a lot of dimensioning, make this one and this one the same length. Now, the next dimension I need to put on is from this line to this wall over here, and that's going to be 1 inch. Same thing on this one, 1 inch. And then from the front wall to this point is 1.5 inches. And I'm going to use, let me see if this works. I'm going to click horizontal. I'm going to get this little dot down here. I'm going to get this little dot down here. And yeah, it did work. Those two are perfectly in line. Now, what I want to do is hit the green check mark. And I'll take a look again isometrically at this. And I'm going to look for, because I think it's on here. I might have to go back into the sketch. Let me search for this, and then I'll come back to you guys real quick. Okay, so this is a good spot for me to point out something. A lot of students are actually doing this. I've seen this. I'm going to use search tools. And what I want is a command called slot. So I'm in features right now. I'm not in a sketch, and I just typed slot in and it didn't appear. So that means that slot doesn't actually work in feature creations. But what I can do is double click on this sketch. So I activated it. I'm going to go back to search tools. I'm going to type in slot, and here it is right here. Now, so it was a sub menu of offset. All right, there we go. So there's the slot tool. Now, what you do is I'm going to click on this line right here, and you're going to see the slot up here, and it put a diameter dimension on this thing. Our drawing tells us that the radius is 0.375. Now, I'm going to put in for this right here, I'm going to change that to 0.375 and just see what this looks like. And it is too thin. So I know, just because I just know, that the correct diameter for this is going to be 0.75. So green check mark. And then I can extrude this guy right here. And it's going to be a remove. And the depth is through all. And green check mark. Now, I have this same slot on the opposite side, and I already drew a line over there. But what I'm going to do here is I am going to, excuse me, I'm going to use the mirror tool, and I'm going to turn on the visibility of this plane. So I'm going to use the mirror tool, and this is going to be a feature mirror. Features to mirror is going to be this slot. The mirror plane is what it's looking for next. Whoops. Mirror plane right there, and a green check mark, and you can see that that is on there. Now, when I look at this, I'm going to look at this from the top, and I got to be honest with you, this slot looks huge in comparison to the one that's on the drawing. We're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to check this and see if this is correct. So I'll come back to you in a moment. So I just checked this out, and it is correct. That should be 0.75 radius on that end there, or diameter, as the software asks for it. All right, so now what I gotta do is I gotta change the material. So I'm gonna highlight the entire thing. I'm going to right click on it, assign material. This material is supposed to be aluminum AL6061T6. So I scroll down through the list, 6061, sorry, It's not the T6, it's just 6061. And I've got that. The next thing is I'm going to right click, and I am going to, well, I don't have to right click on that. Sorry. I'm going to go down to mass properties. I'm going to take a look at the mass properties, and my mass properties are 3.37 pounds, which I know is correct. The posting in the classroom, I think, is a little bit different, but this part we've never been able to get stone cold the exact same. So this is the value we're going to use, which is 3.37 pounds. All right. So that is the part number 3 support bracket.